to one blow. Like I won't blow. Obama could just be on my promo, like promoting my music.
I
Oh my
mean,
God, I don't blow. If I can be on the face of Cosmopolitan, oh my God, I don't blow. The
blowing is different.
idea of success at different stages of our lives is something that we should really like look into, because I'm sure that success to you when you were 18 is not the same as now. Some people say they want to identify as a goat. It's an age of identity. To allow the external factor to define us, that definitely will derail us from our purpose.
Okay, we're glad to be here, and thank you for tuning in, and of course for coming across this podcast. We have we also have big fish in the river. Well, you could say that, but we have someone who is actually very important to us, and we consider her to be God's gift to us in this generation. You know her through our various means of expressions, but we'll allow her to tell us more about herself, and for you to also have the opportunity to be more intimate with her. So let's welcome Tomi Odunsi.
Thank you so much. My name is Tomi Odunsi Fadina. I am an actor, singer, and songwriter. I am many things. Uh, I would say many things in different ways. So it depends on which of the me is the one to be
Of course.
present here today.
Okay.
So I will
Uh,
come as that.
okay, we take as much as we can.
Have had over 15 years of experience in the media and entertainment industry, which also has led me to some aspect of tech, creative technology, and tech. As you know, I became the CEO of DJ Rails, which is a cloud-based software company, and then I do a lot of community impact work and everything, and that led me to being on the executive board on the International Federation of Business and Professional Women. We're in 110 countries in the world, and I lead young business women between the ages 18 to 35 across the world within this organization. So, yeah.
Awesome. If I would say, like you said, so many areas to talk about, but we pick it one after the other. But let's get to take you a little bit back, and let's start at they told me that finished secondary school. With all of these that God is doing through you across the world and your various expressions, did you at that point ever thought that it was going to turn out this way, like you were coming in this direction? Was it something that you already planned, or was it what was evolving as you continued to emerge?
Yeah, because it wasn't, nobody can ever orchestrate the details. But I think that what was really clear about the Tommy eh, as a teenager or it was that I just had a dream. I just had a dream of impacting the world and and fulfilling everything that God has given me, and just kind of bearing it and dying empty, to be honest. I want to die knowing that I did everything that, you know, you know, I needed to do in within my purpose and all that. So yeah, so that was clear, and God worked out and orchestrated the details. So all these other details that I'm telling you, to be honest, it wasn't like I structured them. I'll do this now. I'll do this now. I'll do this now. No, I mean, um, I think that God was literally like holding my hands and saying, this is okay. This is the next thing now. This is the next thing. So He worked out the details.
You were on Tinsel,
Yeah.
and this is how many of us came to know you. But before then, you had other things that you were doing. But I just want to tie that with Youth for Christ, isn't it? To get to know how um, your encounter with Youth for Christ. Could I even start with asking, how did you come in contact with Youth for Christ, and how did that probably play a part in how you grew up?
Right from when we were very young, she would be the one that would take us to church. Like I was maybe like I was 5 and she was like 7. She would just take us to a local church down the street and everything. She's always been about God, for God, and everything, and I've just been always been a follower. So yeah, and with that said, she was like, "Oh, now I found this place. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. You're coming. You're coming to this place." I was like, "Okay, as usual. Let's
Just follow.
go." Yeah, I follow nothing. And then I followed and everything. And based on the fact that my sister now started working for Youth for Christ, that was her first job, I think.
Mm.
I think she was not up to 18 yet or something like that. It was her first job. And then based on that, by that, I usually come to Youth for Christ, and I found that it was a place that I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna do life in a way that is within my purpose, within the way that God has purposed me to. It was here that I made that decision. It was here that I said, you know what, I don't know how we're gonna do this, God, but we're gonna work together. We better sign a contract now and let's do it. And I wouldn't lie. Like I was saying it in the hall. I was saying it in the hall that um everything is giving me a nostalgic feeling.
Mm.
It's giving me this nostalgic feeling that you know everything, like seeing the people that were at my age when I was there, and
Yeah.
and just trying to like get into their mind and say, look, listen, now is the time to draw a contract with God. Just like, okay, how are we going to do this thing called life? Then it was getting into uni that was my topmost
Mm.
prayer, that kind of thing. It could be something that will lead you, like, and that prayer was because you want to get things, you want to get it right. You feel like at that point I felt like I need to get it right in life. I really feel, I don't know. I pray that I get it right, you know.
Mm.
But that at that point, what's the next step? I want to get it right. Okay, next step will be schooling. I need to get to school and all that, and I need to pray that I get into school, and they pass my exams, and that was all that was in my mind, and then be able to express myself in the many different expressions that I have, and all that. So that was where my mindset was. I was so excited about ambition. I was so excited about what I'm going to be and who I'm going to be and how exciting life will be, that kind of thing.
Your I Won't Blow track was actually a breakout one. Now, it's something different from what we hear, isn't it? Where you were pointing us in a different direction. And this is something that is on the mind of everybody. Like the older ones, everybody won't blow. So
Mm.
how do we then blow? Because that's the question. That's the question on our hearts. And you were trying to say something to the young people. You were trying to point us in a certain direction that we know, answering the question in our hearts. Tell us, we won't blow.
Now I'm in this industry, and I was fortunate to be, I started became very known from university. I mean, so in that time is where you're really struggling
Mm.
and financially, and then I was blessed to have gotten into the entertainment and was getting paid. So I was blessed with that, but I wanted more, and I saw the desperation of people trying to blow around me within the industry. In the industry opens your eyes to everything about life, to be honest. How people want to, blow really. Well, everybody want to make money, everybody wants to be successful, everybody, and the success in this country is a thing. You have to have money,
Mm.
there's pressure to have money in this country. And I could see that. I could see that in the industry and live in this, and that just really just inspired me to write a song. Like, I too want blow. Like, I want blow, and what my definition of blowing then was what I put in the song.
Yeah.
If Obama could just be on my promo, like promoting my
Mm-hmm.
music.
I
Oh my
mean,
God, I don't blow. If I can be on the face of Cosmopolitan, oh my God, I don't blow. But now looking at it in hindsight, I say yes. Being cosmopolitan may not still put money in my pocket,
So the focus of the
but the
blowing is different.
idea of success at different stages of our lives
Mm.
is something that we should really like look into, because I'm sure that success to you when you were 18 is not the same as now. So yeah, so success to me then was like, oh my God, if I'm able to, I was walking the red carpet then, but if I'm walking on international red carpet
Mm-hmm.
and, I'm on the, on the
And the global
cosmopolitan,
stage.
yeah, oh my goodness, I don't blow with that. So yeah, and that really defines what where my mind was at then, and what I defined as success.
Now, you were speaking about finding ourselves,
Yeah.
this identity thing. Could you just throw more light on that? Let's get to know how do we then do this? Because finding ourselves in all of these distractions and all that we have could be a little tough. How can we as young people navigate this very, very tough terrain?
That's a really important question that you just asked. And we're in this age of everybody's identifying as something. Some people say they want to identify as a goat, as a, a female, a male, or
Mhm.
whatsoever. So it's an age of identity. And if we're not careful, if we allow the external factor to define us, um, that definitely will derail us from our purpose. So if you are clear about your identity first, like self-discovery, if you know who you are and you love who you are, nobody can tell you who you are not. And it's as simple as somebody saying, "Oh my goodness, you're such a shy person," and I'm like, no, I don't think that aligns with the character. Or, "Oh my goodness, you are a liar," and I'm like, does that really align with my character? No. And there are many times where people have the wrong perception about you, and you have to tell yourself that, am I truly this person? I don't think I am that person. Or what may have made you think I'm that person? Maybe it's
Yeah.
in one action that I did, or series of actions that may be fraud by something else, or a temporary situation, or something I have to look into myself to say, okay, what in my reflection, I say, okay, this person has said this and this and this. Do I see a point in it? Let me reflect on this thing and be able to say, okay, what could be influencing my character for me to be able to be displaying this sort of behavior? And then that's where you come back and you realign yourself, you check yourself, you realign, that kind of thing. So identity is so important. It's like going abroad and somebody is saying, "No, you're Asian," and I'm looking at you like, nobody can ever tell me that I am not African. I'm sure of that. You know, I'm very sure of that.
Mm.
So if somebody comes and tries to change my identity from that, I definitely will stand my grounds and say, "You look, I know who I am. My parents are from here. This is my surname. This is what my name means. This is who I am." And if as Christians we're able to do that, this is who I am. This is what God has done for me in the past. This is what He's doing right now. This is how He has led me to this place. This is, what He has said about. This is what I believe in about myself, and this is what God said to me, and this is what I believe. Nobody in the world, nothing in the world can move you or shake you from that. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So I think that the first thing is, who am I? What's my identity? And then when we're able to figure that out, everything is history. God will work out the details. Like
Mm.
I always say, He will orchestrate the details.
I just wanted to address us, Youth for Christ, young people were gathered from all over the country, were as diverse as our faces in our intentions and ambitions. Talk to us.
I've been here as a YFC member at your age. Like, I've been here, I've experienced everything that you probably may be experiencing. Maybe not exactly the same, but at least similar. And I want to tell you that when you look back in the next 10 to 20 years, you're going to be proud that you came here. You know why? Because you get to meet so many people that you might even build lifelong friendship. I have a lifelong friendship that I met based on YFC. YFC brought us together. Until today, I just still spoke to her today, and I was telling her that, This is also nostalgic. Remember when we were talking about our dreams? Remember when we will enter the forest after maybe YFC meeting? I'm trying to go to my house. You walk with my house. I walk her back, and all that stuff. And we are here experiencing life, and all the things that we dreamt of then, and we are seeing ourselves doing that. We're like, oh my God, I cannot do life without you because you know more of me. So if I'm encountering something else, I'm able to say, no, so that's not you. That's out of character. That's out of character. And you get to have this lifelong friendship. And also you get an opportunity to develop in a way that you're not just looking, yeah, you're not just learning about life and morality and spirituality. You're also learning about how to navigate life, you know, what's my ambition, what do I want to chase now, that kind of thing. And to be honest, uh not everybody has that privilege, you know, and not every churches are trying to do that now, and other social groups and impact spaces are trying to do that also. But there's nothing as having all this empowerment and all that. They also come up with morality and some sort, but there's nothing backed up with having the word of God backing it up, and having this moral value also backing it up, and doing other things. Because at the stage in your life, you realize that, oh, more, I cannot do this by myself. You know, I cannot do this by myself. Yeah, that when you're young, you think I can do it, and especially when things are working out for you. Oh my goodness, I did it now, and then it's to get to a point where you're like, this thing passed me. I cannot do it. Then you will not be flying off a skyscraper building saying
Hmm.
you want to kill yourself. You know who to run to.
Thank you very much. We could just go on and on, but I'd like to thank you so much.
Thank
And it's
you.
awesome that we're going to have another session with you again tonight. I mean,
Yes,
I'm really looking forward to that.
and me too. I'm looking
Thank you so
forward to
much.
it. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Do have a lovely rest of the day.
Bye.